Air Florida Flight 90 was a scheduled U.S. domestic passenger flight operated by Air Florida from Arlington, Virginia to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with an intermediate stopover at Tampa International Airport. The plane carried around 74 passengers and 5 crew members. The pilot, Captain Larry M. Wheaton, age 34, was hired by Air Florida in October 1978. At the time of the accident, he had about 8,300 total flight hours, with 2,322 hours of commercial jet experience, all logged at Air Florida. The first officer, Roger A. Petit, age 31, was hired by Air Florida on October 3, 1980, as the first officer on the Boeing 737. At the time of the accident, he had around 3,353 flight hours, 992 with Air Florida, and all on the 737. The plane took off at Ronald Reagan International Airport at around 4 p.m. in Arlington, Virginia. But just after the plane took off, it started stalling, and the plane bumps into a very busy road in front of the airport with a very great force. And the plane crashed in the Potomac River, which was frozen that time. The survivors of the plane crash was rescued, and they started searching for the black box, which include the CVR, cockpit voice recorder, and the FTR, flight data recorder. The news spread very quickly. And now the question remains, what happened to Air Florida in Flight 90? It was apparently caused by ice on the wings. And this accident is also caused by the pilots of Air Florida Flight 90. It's because of human error. The first officer and the captain turned off the de-icing system or anti-ice system, so slush can enter into the engine and wings. And a little fun fact, it's also stated that the plane had a hard time pushing back from the gate, so the pilots must use reverse thrust to push the plane back from its gate. At the time of pushback, the first officer stated to the captain that there's a lot of ice on the wings, but the pilot keeps taxiing to the runway instead of going back to more de-icing. Because of this pilot decision, there's a lot of ice on the wings, which interrupts airflow and will increase the lift of the aircraft higher, which means that it will lose speed and stall. And that's the history of Air Florida Flight 90.